Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Saturday, the 26th of August. Those that saw the briefing yesterday will remember a similar sort of picture on the chart. Low pressure over the UK, but in a slightly different position. It was further to the northwest yesterday. It is slipping southeast, and it is intensifying a little bit, intensifying in terms of its instability rather than packing itself together and the isobars tightening up. So the area is definitely more unstable than it was yesterday. And a similar sort of picture with weak fronts wrapped around it and trough lines in there. And you'll see that on the rainfall radar. There's already a couple developing, one to the south of us. That's going to be the picture today, really. The isobars fairly well spaced apart, so winds are not strong, westerly mainly, and the upper winds are not particularly strong, hence it's not whizzing along away from us, jet streams elsewhere. But it also means that when you do get sort of showers, they'll linger a little bit longer because they're not being driven along. The upper winds are only about 30 knots. So tasks for today, and here's the important bits out of this. They're saying Farnborough 257 knots and Gatwick 230. Is always more southerly at Gatwick than here. I think perhaps a little bit more westerly, but either way, we'll be on 27 today. The broken at 300 is probably what we had first thing this morning, and then becoming eventually at some point late morning, early afternoon, scattered at 3,500 feet. But in between, you've got broken at 1,200, which is what it's heading towards now, I suspect. And then it just talks about the showers and rain and potential thunderstorms for later, all really kicking off by the looks of it from early afternoon, I suspect. Potentially, they're saying anywhere between sort of 11 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I think it's a bit later than that, and then 12 to 4 o'clock, showers and rain. 2,500 foot and QNIMs. So yeah, a weather window today by the looks of it, but showers later. Okay, so headline on the winds, fairly light at flying heights, 15 knots, more or less westerly in the channel and slightly northwesterly north of us. So we're probably westerly. 10 knots, I think at best, maybe a little bit more than that, but not much. Even the upper winds at 25,000 feet are only 30 knots in the channel. So, as I say, things not moving through quickly. Today's sat pick. This shows where the current location of the showers are over Wales. And there's another little trough line developing down over here, which is skimming past us. And I think that might be the picture of the morning. Lots of showers going through along the channel. See that on the rainfall radar trough line going past here. But we will obviously watch what's going on here, and other trough lines developing out to the west of us. And I think it's more universal as we get sort of mixing and instability during the day. We will start to see some fairly hefty showers develop. Okay, temperature-wise, yesterday was an interesting one. And the temperature profile shown here was absolutely spot on. It got to about 19, 20 degrees around here when it got reasonably soarable. And as soon as the weather started changing from the west, the temperature went down again and on went your coat. It was quite cold in the afternoon. Similar sort of picture today. I think over here it gets to about 19 degrees, but once the showers start, it will feel a bit chilly. And when the sun goes away behind the clouds, definitely feel a bit chilly. The main difference today, if we've got sort of temperatures 18 and 19, is the fact the dew points are definitely a bit higher, 10s and 11s. I think from sort of 1, 2 o'clock onwards. So it gives us a sort of 8-degree temperature split, suggesting about 3,000 foot cloud base at the best bit of the day. Soundings a little bit more optimistic than that, with 19 degrees and dew points here. They're suggesting about 4,000 feet above sea level, and that's lunchtime-ish. But then moving on to the afternoon, it changes quite dramatically. Lots of instability all the way up through here. This is when you're going to get showers and rain developing. So, yeah, there's a reasonable flying window. I think it's going to be cutting off early in the afternoon. So this is what we got. It's 9 o'clock. Low cloud over us, sub 1,000 feet. And as the morning goes on, that picks up. That's 11 o'clock. It should be flyable, hopefully, by then. And then we start to see some cumulus develop, showers to the east of us. BBC was showing a similar sort of picture. And it'll be nice for a couple of hours. And by 2 o'clock, we start to see more showers developing out to the west here. And then I think by the afternoon, we are definitely getting showers everywhere. Thermals, you know, I think should get something by sort of midday. That's 11 o'clock. So by 12 o'clock, it should hopefully be soarable. They're saying 1 o'clock, 3,000 feet, maybe a little bit higher, 2 o'clock. And then we start to see 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, the showers developing more widespread in our area, and things deteriorating for the late afternoon. So, reasonable window before the weather deteriorates later in the afternoon. Short cross country possible, predicted flight distance, top meteo. That suggests maybe 100 to 200k at best around the Lasham area. Better, obviously, to the east. Okay, so that sort of really gives a flavour of what we think the weather's going to do. Operationally, we're going to be on 27 normal setup on the runway, gliders on the grass, south side of the main runway, narrow towing on the runway itself. Airspace wise, not really a lot going on. Local to us, Carfest hasn't got any airspace. It's not NOTAM'd, but that's just west of Popham. Number 18, nothing really any relevance, an equestrian event that just is asking for not military overfly. Reading Festival has a UAV restriction. The only real bit of airspace here is number 31 and 32. There's an air show at Abingdon between 12 o'clock and 17:30, 2.5 nautical miles and 3,500 feet. It's not restricted airspace, it's just a notification. And number 32 is just the Battle of Britain Memorial flight. We'll be doing a fly past at some point across there. Lots of blobs around here, hang gliding, paragliding, and other activity. Nothing of any relevance to us. So really only Abingdon. Okay, folks. I think we might as well get the gliders out and get everything to the launch point, get ready, and you might be come back, have a cup of tea, and wait for the cloud base to go up a little bit. I'll see you out there shortly.